taking away things. But you take about them right.
We are here in right. In 1, 2, 3.
Good evening. Welcome to SLAU TV News Edition. Today, we bring you stories on matters of great concern, hope, and unity, all unfolding right here in the community. I am Henry Tamale, and I'm with
Penelope Okunda, and if today it is your very first time joining us, we are pleased to have you on board tonight.
Now, before we go further, let us have the headlines that have made the story. Uganda mourns the loss of its committed leader, Helen Nachimuli. St. Lawrence mourns the death of its professor, Professor Jesse Sekama. Doctors Club launches in St. Lawrence University. Unity unfolds as students gather for fellowship at St. Lawrence. Now, to kickstart all things, Uganda is mourning the loss of a committed leader, Helen Nachimuli, who has been the womanly member of parliament representing the people of Kalangala.
A woman of strength, resilience, and service, Nachimuli leaves behind a legacy touched with leadership and sports. Our reporter Maria Goretti has the story.
Shock and grief engulfed Kalangala district and the nation at large following the sudden passing of Honorable Helen Nachimuli. Born on 2nd July 1985 in Lukuba village, Chabuswa sub-county, Nachimuli was the 8th child in a family of 10. She was raised by Reverend Father Christopher Walsimbi, a Greek Orthodox priest, and Mrs. Maria Naranga Walsimbi, a former district councillor. She began her education at Bukasa Primary School and later completed her primary level at Homisdalen Primary School in Bweyogelele. She attended Our Lady of Good Counsel Gayaza for her O-level before completing secondary education at St. Augustine Secondary School in Wakiso. She began her education at Bukasa Primary School and later completed her primary level at Homisdalen Primary School in Bweyogelele. She attended Our Lady of Good Counsel Gayaza for her O-level before completing her secondary education at St. Augustine Secondary School in Wakiso. Nachimuli later graduated from Makerere University with a bachelor's degree in social work and social administration. Before joining politics, she served as a community development officer in Kalangala. Nachimuli was also a passionate volleyball player and captained the Parliamentary Women's Volleyball team representing Uganda in the Parliamentary Games. In 2021, Nachimuli was elected to the Parliament under the National Unity Platform ticket and was re-elected in 2026 general elections. In the Parliament, she served as a shadow minister for information and anti-corruption. Nachimuli was widely known for advocating for better healthcare and education infrastructure in the island communities, earning her the nickname Mama Kalangala. Leaders across the political divide have expressed shock and sorrow towards the deceased family. The National Unity Platform leader, Robert Chagulanyi Sentamu, described her death as terrible and shocking, while Speaker Antamong praised her as a dedicated and hardworking leader. The legislator reportedly drove herself to Alexandros Medical Center in Kampala for what was described as a routine surgical procedure, which contributed to her untimely death. Her body was later transferred to Mulago National Referral Hospital for a post-mortem. Nachimuli was laid to rest at her ancestral home in Luwero district. A deep sense of loss filled.
Now, still in remembrance, the country is also mourning the loss of an academic giant, Professor Jesse Sekama, a former education dean at Makerere University and St. Lawrence University.
The St. Lawrence community is consequently in grief following Sekamwa's passing, who is remembered not just for scholarly excellence but also mentorship and impact beyond the classrooms.
Our reporter Nabagambe Rona has more of the story.
A deep sense of loss filled the church as mourners gathered to honor the life of Professor Jesse Sekamwa, a man whose influence stretched far beyond classrooms, leaving a lasting mark on countless lives. His passing is not only a loss to academia, but to a nation that felt his presence through his wisdom, humility, and unwavering commitment to shaping others. Speaking on behalf of St. Lawrence University, Mike Kenneth Sebalu described him as a devoted educator, a disciplined timekeeper, and a mentor who gave his all to his work.
Tumusalidwa nnyo kubanga St. Lawrence eri kyeri olw'empagi eya Professor Jesse abadde akumaakuma, abadde atendeka, abadde agunjula, abadde awabula banne bonna.
In a message from the Buganda Kingdom, delivered on behalf of the Katikiro, Professor Sekamwa was praised for his remarkable contribution to culture, literature, and the Luganda language.
Professor Sekamwa tunaamujjukiranga olw'ebitone ebingi Omukama Katonda bye yamuwa, ate byakozesezza obulungi mu bbanga erisusse emyaka 9. Obunyiikivu, obumalirivu, obuyiiya n'okwewaayo byayolesezza mu kisaawe ky'ebyenjigiriza bye yatandikira mu ssettendekero w'e Makerere ate n'enkumba ne yunivasite endala birese omukululo ogw'olubeerera.
Speakers at the service emphasized his enduring message, one rooted in love, unity, and kindness. Students, overcome with emotion, described him as more than a teacher, a father figure, and guide whose lessons shaped both their minds and character.
We are here in a great sorrow because of the death of our the faculty dean, Professor Sekamwa. As a senior educationalist, we shall miss his seniority, his experience, and his ways of working, because he has been inspiring us, he has been an example. So we're gonna miss him as a campus.
Of course, we are to miss him very much. We are going to miss his words. We are going to miss his education. We are to miss everything nice about him.
As St. Lawrence University continues to mourn the loss of one of its most respected and trusted pillars, today a Solomon Mass was held at Rubaga Cathedral, bringing friends and family together to honor and celebrate this remarkable life and contributions. Leaving a question, can this pillar ever truly be replaced?
And back from the sad news, at St. Lawrence University is experiencing growing student interest in developing initiatives like the Actors Club.
Even before its launch, the excitement is building across the campus, with students subscribing with passion, and club has kick-started as promising platform for creative expression. Our reporter Penlo reports that story.
Wave of creativity is taking shape at St. Lawrence University as students show growing interest in a developing initiative, the Actors Club. Although the club has not yet been officially launched, the excitement is steadily building across the campus.
I feel like my dream is going to be like fulfilled. Yeah, I feel like something, it's like a dream coming true. Yeah, that's how I feel.
Since my childhood, I like acting. I want the things of like filming and so many others, just for entertainment, and it's my talent inside me.
You know what I consider most is about talent, because acting, it's a talent, and when you, let me say, like when someone comes in, you join the Actors Club, you can gain more opportunity.
What began as a simple idea is quickly gaining momentum, attracting students passionate about the performing arts to sign up. The Guild cabinet members have been actively engaging students in different spaces, encouraging participation and organizing the group ahead of its official unveiling.
We've been seeing many things whereby students finish their 2 years in St. Lawrence University, and when they move out after graduation, they look from where to start from. This opportunity is here to help many students to get what to do from their talents immediately after completing the 3 years in here.
While the club is yet to have a formal stage, students' passion continues to grow, shaping its journey and marking it as an early achievement of the new Guild leadership.
Today, the Actors Club has held its first meeting under the 19th Guild government with a strong momentum promising to improve the students' skills and talents after its being launched. Reporting for SLAU TV, I'm Penelope Ofunda. And finally, a moment of faith and unity. The St. Lawrence University Scripture Union Fellowship held a powerful praise and worship rally last Friday, bringing together pastors, guests, and students in what men described as deeply spirit and experience.
The gathering was marked by music, prayer, and a shared sense of renewal among attendees.
Tamara Henry, our reporter, has the story.
Under the glow of lights and the sound of unified voices in worship, hundreds of young people gathered at St. Lawrence University for the International Praise Rally, an event that is quickly reflecting a deeper shift among campus youth. What may appear as just a night of praise and worship is steadily becoming something more powerful. For many students, these fellowships are turning into spaces of belonging, guidance, and influence in a time where pressure, uncertainty, and identity struggles are part of everyday life. Organized by the St. Lawrence University Christian Fellowship, together with NDE Network and Seekers International, the rally brought together passionate voices, including Bishop Arnold Muwonge, delivering messages centered on purpose, discipline, and faith. Beyond the music and preaching, a strong sense of community is emerging, one that is shaping how young people make decisions, build relationships, and define their values. In an age dominated by social media and shifting trends, many here are choosing a different path, one grounded in faith and collective identity. The event.
Thank you to all the viewers that have been with us from since we started and to where we have come to end. Now, before we go further, Penelope, I would like to ask you some questions. How do you think these fellowships are important in our day-to-day lives, especially to the students in university?
Thank you so much, my fellow Tamara. These fellowships help the youth or young people to grow up in the spirit. Sometimes they control us, the young people or the students at the university, to focus on what they are doing, to remove their eyes from the worldly things, to focus on what God is bringing into their lives.
Last but not least, I've heard some honorable in the news. He said that heaven is real and hell is real. Do you believe heaven is real and hell is real?
Actually, I believe because I'm a true believer of God and I follow the scriptures.
Well, that has been us tonight. I am Henry Tamale and I was with.
And don't forget to follow us on our SLAU media channels. Penelope Kunda, have a blessed evening.
Yeah, that was so much big deal. Mine said you were from Mozambique. And I am with, I was Henry Tamale and I was with. For you said you can join us.
Kalangala district and the